let's not waste any time. I'm painting 3 computer components. Let's get started. We start with the disassembly with the stock Intel cooler. It's as easy as separating the aluminum from the plastic. The motherboard is a bit more difficult. The only red parts were on the heatsink. I unscrewed them from the back of the motherboard and unscrewed all the screws still remaining on the heatsinks. The graphics card I've worked on before in the last video like this. 4 screws hold the cooler to the GPU. From there the cooler separates from the PCB, and all I have to do is remove a few screws from the side and 2 from each fan. The red and black pieces separate from the metal heatsink. To remove the red parts off the heatsinks above the CPU socket, a heat gun was used to weaken the adhesive. They fell out without much effort, but they're deadly hot for now. The heat gun was used to remove the white LED bit. There will be a little white piece underneath the LED, and I removed that too. It's reflective and I'll want to keep that intact. The chipset heatsink needed the heat gun as well to remove the dragon-like black stencil to leave a plain red metal piece. The green paint used is fluorescent Krylon, by the way. And finally, a Dremel will be able to remove the little black studs on the bottom to remove the little red stripes. This leaves the black part by itself and the red pieces left. So in the garage, we made light coats of white paint. Well, you should do light coats, and be sure to be very patient, unlike me. Once you get shininess, that means you're doing way too much, causing puddling. Light coats will also allow the paint to dry much faster. I'm way too lazy to go to the garage and see what brand I used for the white paint, but a white Krylon won't be any different. And here's all the pieces I have in white. And here the light green coats begin. This was a very long process, and everything in this video is sped up in case you couldn't tell. You have to be very patient, but the outcome is very good looking. And boom, 1 or 2 coats later. And now it's just me doing the last 2 green coats, trying to get everything very green, and I went a bit overboard. See how dark that is around the cardboard? You want to avoid probably doing that, but I wanted to get it finished up. And here we are with a look at all of the finished pieces, and we will begin reassembly inside. The CPU cooler is as simple as it was taking it apart. It's, in my opinion, very beautiful. The chipset heatsink simply went back together with the black stencil. And lastly, the heatsink is above the CPU. I can't get over the dragon shape. Reassembling the motherboard is easy. Just slide the pieces back down and re-screw. I decided to apply a tiny amount of Arctic Silver 5 to the chipset before reattaching the heatsink. But this may not be necessary. Gosh, the motherboard is finished and it's beautiful as well. It's time to install the CPU cooler to get everything matched up together. And lastly, the graphics card. Getting the stripe pieces back on consists of hot gluing them back into place. If you remember, we dremeled the little black stud that kept them there in the first place. The big green piece is held on by 2 screws near the fan. Attaching the black part with the stripes is similar. Now I already stuck the LED back onto the cooler prior, and it needs some screws to hold it on. Reattaching the cooler is as easy as reapplying thermal compound. I got a lot of questions last time regarding this. You don't need to, but I might as well replace it. Don't forget to reconnect the fan header and the LED header to the PCB. Finally, the 4 screws hold the cooler back on. Make sure to go in a cross pattern when disassembling and reassembling. Last minute tightening on the fan screws. And time for some B-roll. If you enjoyed, be sure to abuse that like button and be subscribed to see the 2 or 3 more videos about this black and green system. I will see you next time.